Hi gang, Rob here. It is the evening of 26 February 2026. Thursday night at 9 must be time for a knife sale on the Apostle P channel, and a knife sale we shall have. Before we get into the thick of this monster, let's do a little bit of housekeeping as usual. First off, I need you to be familiar with and agreeable to the terms of the sale if you'd like to participate tonight. I'm going to post them on the screen for you in just a moment. I will also print them in the description of this video. Now, also in the description at the very top, you're going to see 3 links to previous videos on this channel. The first one pertains directly to the terms of the sale. It's called A Primer for Buyers, and it explains exactly why we do things the way we do every Thursday night. It gives you a detailed explanation of the terms of the sale. So if you're new to this weekly event, please watch that video. It'll make your purchase experience go much more smoothly if you understand how things go. The second link is the other side of the coin. It's called FAQs for Consignors. That video pertains to you if you're interested in using this weekly video knife sale to move along some of your collection. It explains how this madness all works from the consignor's perspective. The third link, as always, is to my rates and services video for the Apostle P Knife Service, the original precision sharpening service for the online knife community. This is a great time to send in knives for sharpening. All the Christmas bills should be paid, and you have dull knives, and I have less than 2 weeks of turnaround time, which is very rare for this business, by the way. Sometimes I've been up to 5 weeks, but I've been working like crazy to get it down. So if you got dull knives, send them in. So in that all-important video description, those 3 links will be at the top, then the terms of the sale, and at the bottom, the reason you all came tonight, the list of tonight's inventory, complete with timestamps down the left side, pricing down the right. In that right-hand column, you're generally going to see 2 numbers. The one to the left of the slash is the price of your knife as shown in the video. The one on the right is its price as sharpened by the Apostle P Knife Service. There will be next day sharpening this week for the first 4 knives purchased to be sharpened in this evening's sale. Those will ship tomorrow, the 27th, with all of the as shown inventory. Not to worry if you fall outside the first 4, your knife will ship in less than 2 weeks. If you see the word sold, all caps, exclamation point, in lieu of a price for any given item, that means it's been bought and paid for by its new owner. So no need to send an I'll take it or an inquiry about anything marked sold. That is it for the housekeeping. Let's get the terms up on the screen for you, and we'll be right back with the sale. Here are the terms. All right, let's get to it, shall we? First off, we've got some leftovers from last week. I think there are 5 of them. You guys killed it yesterday, taking care of some of the leftovers for me, so you're not going to see some I might have read to you yesterday because they're already sold. So the first one is a shocker from Microtech. It's the 160A-10AP, a Socom Elite automatic single edge finished in the apocalyptic standard with a black handle. Here is the knife, the classic, the icon from Microtech. Black hard anodized aluminum handle, TrackTech inserts, right-hand tip-down pocket clip, big old firing button, nicely protected by a little raised boss to prevent accidental deployment. Here is your blade, a full 4 inches of apocalyptic finished M390. I guess you'd call that a clip point, wouldn't you? The handle 5 1/4 inches in length, plenty of real estate. You can even sneak up on it if you have to. The lockup will be rock solid. The centering will be perfect. The action, super snappy. We're going to call this near mint in box with very, very, very slight handle wear. You may see some evidence of carry, some super fine and superficial rubs, but man, they're not really showing up at this moment, so a super fine example, I would say. Built in November of 23. These are still in stock for $352 web retail. We ran this last Thursday at $260 down to $240 last weekend. This week, $225. Like it is, $250 with an ApostleP edge, and next day sharpening is available. The Socom Elite Auto from Microtech. Next, I have a cold steel Spartan box, but it does not house a cold steel Spartan. This is from Boker Plus. It is the Kalashnikov Bowie OTF automatic, finished in green. That is what appears to be a cast aluminum handle with a green coating. Pocket clip is right-hand deep carry only. It fires with a spine-mounted button. I'll call the effort medium firm. The blade is what do they call it? They call it a black stonewashed Bowie blade in D2. Blade length is 3 9/16. The handle is 5 1/16. 100% reliability. I'm going to call it excellent to near mint. There's been some tape that has left some marks, and I'm not sure exactly how to remove it without removing any coating. A little bit of wear on the clip. These are out of stock. When they were available, they were $150 web retail. We ran this one last week for $90 on Thursday, dropped it to $80 for the weekend. It's still here. Let's go $70 all in. Shipped priority mail. $90 if you'd like it with an ApostleP edge. The Boker Plus Kalashnikov Bowie OTF automatic. Next up, lefty alert, lefty alert. We have a left-handed Reeve, large Sebenza 31 PJ, plain Jane, left-handed drop point with a Magna Cut blade. Let's see the birth card. There we go. Left-handed Magna Cut drop point, born July 16th of 2024. And I found this in the Consignors box. It is a large size cut, or think twice, cut once leather pocket slip that normally would come with the premium wood polished handle Reeve knives. But we're going to throw one in with this PJ Sebenza 31. Here's the knife. I had turned it the wrong way because it's left-handed. Let's see. We have an unmarked titanium handle. There might be one tiny little trail or two in the clip, but barely. It opens, of course, with a single-sided thumb stud. The blade length is 3 9/16. The handle length is 4 3/4. Has a Reeve integral lock with ceramic ball lock interface, locking up very early. It is, I'm going to say, factory stiff in its action. Centering is perfect. Lockup is, of course, rock solid. Very near mint in box. With the CRK slip. This model is available, but you probably can't find a lefty in stock anywhere. But they're $500 web retail. We ran this one last week for $395, didn't sell, dropped it to $365 for the weekend. This week's price, $350 with the slip. $375 if you'd like it with my edge. The large Sebenza 31 plain, left-handed in Magna Cut from Reeve. Next up, I have a Microtech out the front automatic that comes with no box. You do get this cool shearling, faux shearling lined pouch with a Star Wars theme. Not that you care. Here's the knife. Wow. It's the model number 1142-10 Combat Troodon Gen 3 double-edged black hard anodized aluminum handle. You might see a couple little evidence marks of some carry. The Gen 3 features the ambidextrous milled titanium pocket clip with ceramic ball for retention. Button effort just medium. You could do this all night. I promise. You got a apocalyptic finished with satin flats, M390 MK blade. The blade is 4 inches in length. The handle's 5 5/8. You do still get the ball bearing glass breaker in the center of the pocket clip retention lug. Reliability is 100%. The condition is near mint in box. This one was born in April of 25. Web retail for this in-stock item, new, $474. We ran it last week at $295. It didn't sell. We dropped it to $270 for the weekend. It's still here. Your price this week, $250 for a combat Troodon? Yes, really. I'm not kidding. No need to sharpen, by the way. And that'll bring us to our last leftover from last week. It is a Great Eastern Cutlery offering with no tube, just a Ziploc bag. But what a cool knife, guys. Covered in polished black linen micarta. We have a number 71 Sudbuster. Yeah. So it's got a 1095 drop point blade with a little bit of honest patina. You can still see the Sudbuster etch if you catch it just right. But the secondary implement, oh, that's what busts the suds right there. It's a screwdriver cap lifter implement. Model number 715222. Close length 3 13/16. Brass pins, brass lanyard tube, steel pivot. Pull weight, I'll call a 7. Walk and talk is excellent. Centering is beauteous. Condition, we'll say excellent, no box. Patina noted. Out of stock, of course. Made in 22. eBay sold listings ranging between $175 and $280. We ran this one last week at $150. Didn't sell. Went to $135 for the weekend. It's still here. Your price this week, $1.25. But you have to move the decimal place. Yeah, a couple places. $125 like it is. $140 with my edge. The 71 Sudbuster from Great Eastern Cutlery. Next day sharpening is available, by the way. Next, we have some fresh G-Shocks. Here's the first one. There's your model number. GBM-2100-1ADR. It is part of the G-Steel collection. It's kind of a Cassiope with a strap, right? Here we go. We got the stainless steel case shroud over that. What do they call it? Do they call it a carbon core case? Or I don't know what they call it. You have your pretty standard functionality on this one. We'll get into that in a second. Your dimensions are 43.5 diameter, 49 lug to lug, 11 millimeters of thickness, and the proprietary lug width. Pretty gorgeous. Radial satin on the face of that bezel. Some polished bits. Nice resin strap, although pretty basic. Features are tough solar, Bluetooth connectivity, 200 meters of water resistance, near mint to like new in box. All your other standard G-Shock stuff is going to show up in that little LCD positive display. The condition is near mint to like new in box. Web retail for this watch for brand new one ranges between $260 and $287. We will offer you this one at $150 like it is. No need to sharpen. The GBM 2100 1ADR from G-Shock. Next is the other G-Shock in tonight's sale. This one is the model number GST-B100-1ACR, also from the G-Steel family. This is a little larger watch, however, and it might have a little more going on. Also part of the G-Steel collection. Your Bluetooth connectivity is ringed in red hard anodized aluminum. So let's see, the dimensions on this one are 46 by 52 lug to lug by 13.5 thick with the proprietary lug. This one is not an anodigi, all analog, date at 4:30. It does have Bluetooth connectivity, 200 meters of water resistance, and tough solar charging. Still got the hang tag on this one. Very near mint to like new in box. Available new for a web retail price range between $249 and $290. Let's go $175 on this one. Pretty cool resin strap, by the way. No need to sharpen. The GST B101 ACR G-Steel from G-Shock. Next up, we have a combo deal. We'll call it the wallet and knife combo. You get 2 wallets and a knife. We'll start it off with this one. And I think this is a model that you can no longer get from Tale of Knives. I'm just going to call it their pocket organizer, but I think their current pocket organizer looks a little different. You have 2 different colors of leather, kind of a rich tan on the front side and black on the back. So it's an interesting construction. This back compartment would be for your cards or your cash, preferably cards, because you kind of push them out with that little thumb cut. The front side, you have space for a little pocket knife and maybe a little flashlight. I didn't measure it, but it looks to me like about, 2 3/4 by 3.5 or something like that. Certainly a front pocket item. Been used a little bit, but not much. Looks like we had a flashlight clipped. The second wallet is from Arcco. It's their Boulder nylon wallet in navy blue with black trim. So in this position, you get a flashlight and a little pocket knife and maybe, some cards in the back. But, whoops, I have a snap that came in that. It's also a bifold. So you can get more stuff in here and another little item in here. Yeah, pretty cool. So you get those 2, and then you get a knife. It's the Kershaw 1556 Ti Cryo 2. So the larger size Cryo, all finished in some kind of titanium-ish coating. It's a stainless steel frame lock with a 4-way deep carry clip. Even has a little Hinderer lock bar stabilizer. It is, I think, sort of a Hinderer design. Let's see. Yes, it says so right there. The blade's 8CR13 MOV. Nice little swedged spear point with that titanium coating. Blade length is 3 9/16. The handle's 4 5/8. There's your lock engagement on the stainless steel frame lock. It is a speed-safe spring assist knife. Action's just fine. Lockup is rock solid. Centering, it's a little off. Who cares? So I don't know. This wallet would have sold new for somewhere around $50. This Arc Boulder 46 web retail. The Cryo 2 is discontinued and out of stock. Sold listings on eBay range between like $25 and $40. You get the whole shoot and match. $60, $80 if you want me to sharpen the Cryo. That is the wallet and knife combo. Next up, we have some accessories, hardware, that will come in this little plastic baggie. They're from the Hinderer Knife Company, and you get 2 things. First is a pocket clip. That I guess is that a working finish pocket clip? It's got the little American flag medallion on the end. A couple little trails. This is a Hinderer accessory that sells for $70 if you buy one from Hinderer. And then you get this little fill tab. They made these sort of specific to each year. They're still selling them, but you can't get 2022s anymore. Get the little Hinderer horse head in the 2022. That looks like bronze, titanium. And they sell these in the current year on Hinderer's website for $30. So there's $100 worth of Hinderer accessories sitting there. You can have them both shipped priority mail for $45. The Hinderer clip and fill tab. Next, we got an item from Flytanium. What's in the baggie? Well, there's a sticker, and there's something else. The model number FLY-0905, the Black DLC Titanium Paramilitary 2 scales in the Lotus pattern. And I don't think... It does not appear these have been installed. Pretty cool, I would say. Kind of a tumble polished titanium with a kind of glossy DLC coating. Cool little terraced milling on the spine side and the belly side. So these are out of stock. When they were last available, they sold for $70 a set. You can have these all in, shipped priority mail, $55. No need to sharpen. The Flytanium Titanium Black DLC Lotus scales for Paramilitary 2. Next up, we have an Olight in a box that I opened for this video. It was it almost made me cry when I pulled the little perforated strip off and took everything out of the box. You get a pretty cool faux suede pouch. I'm not sure what you'd put in that loop, but it's there. Little drawstring closure. And the light is the Baton 3 Pro Max, finished in OD green, hard anodized aluminum. The barrel length is exactly 4.5 inches. On high, it produces 2,500 lumens of light. It uses a replaceable but rechargeable 21700 lithium battery. It does have magnetic USB charging, and the charger's included, of course. You get the two-way clip, side-mounted switch. Like new inbox opened for this video. This model is currently available new for $90 web retail. This one can be yours for $65, all in, shipped priority mail. No need to sharpen. That's the Olight Baton 3 Pro Max in OD green. Next up, I think it's all knives from here on. The first is a black box offering from the Benchmade Knife Company. It is the 275 GY-1 Adamas, which will be black handle, gray blade in CPM crew wear. Comes in the ballistic nylon pouch. Great for gloved hand operation. The molly strap is in the box. Here's the knife. Stunning 3D machined black G10 satin finish scales. Pocket clip is the black oxide coated butterfly stamped deep carry clip. Ambidextrous tip up. Has the heavy duty axis lock mechanism. Opens with thumb studs, rides on phosphor bronze washers. There is your dark gray Cerakote finish. The blade length is 3 13/16. The handle is 5 1/8. Lockup is dead rock solid. Shocking, I know. Action is perfect. Free dropper. Centering is perfect. Condition near mint to like new in box. This model is currently produced and available at your favorite web retailer for Benchmade knives. You just have to pony up $325 plus tax and you can have one. Or just buy this one, all in, shipped priority mail. $220 like it is, $240 with an Apostle P edge. That is the Adamas Black, Gray, and Crew Wear from Benchmade. Such a great pouch, by the way. Next up, it's going to be kind of a Benchmade party for a little bit. We got a blue box that houses the 565-1 Mini Freek. This will be the carbon fiber and S90V version of the Mini Freek. Love that satin finish 3D machine carbon fiber. It just looks stunning on this handle. Pocket clip. The awesome, the unequaled Parkerized split arrow clip, ambidextrous tip up. Hardware accents are red hard anodized aluminum, standoffs and thumb studs, axis lock mechanism, of course. The blade, sort of a drop spear in CPM S90V. The blade length on the Mini Freek is 3 inches. The handle's 4 1/16. Axis lock mechanism, rock solid lockup. A very near free dropper. Just needs a nudge. And lockup dead, rock solid. Blade centering on this particular Mini Freek. Well, would you look at that? I called it very close as I examined it before shooting the video. It might be perfect. It might favor the top ever so slightly. Condition is like new in box. This model is currently available at your favorite web retailer of Benchmade. It'll just run you $340. Yeah, we're not going to ask that. Let's go $210 like it is. $210, $130 off street retail for a like new inbox carbon fiber and S90 Mini Freek. $235 if you'd like my edge. Next day sharpening is available. Next up, another blue box offering from Benchmade. This is the 533 BK-2 Mini Bugout. It's the murdered Mini Bugout. Murdered. Scaled in CF Elite, carbon-rich polymer. A lot like a Glock pistol frame. Axis lock mechanism, ambidextrous shorty deep carry clip tip up. The blade is in S30V black Cerakote. 2 13/16 blade, 3 3/4 handle. Rock solid lockup. What do these things weigh? Like 1.4 ounces. Not exactly a free dropper, but super flingable, right? Close to a free dropper. Close. Probably could be if you used it a little bit. Centering will be dead. Lockup is rock solid. Condition, like new in the box. Current web retail for this model is $200. You can buy them in a variety of places for that, but why would you when you can have this one for $140, all in, shipped, priority mail? No sales tax, no premium to get priority mail shipping, just $140. Or if you'd like my edge, $160. Next day sharpening is available. That's the murdered Mini Bugout in CF Elite from Benchmade. Next up, I do not own an FRN handled or a, Grivery handled Bugout. I used to own this model, and then I put some AWT scales on it, and I kind of miss it. It's the 535 GRY-1 Bugout in Ranger Green Grivery. Pocket clip ambidextrous tip up, gray coated shorty deep carry. The blade is S30V, also with that gray coating, and I frankly can't remember what coating it is. I guess they're saying Cerakote. Okay. Yeah. 3 3/16 blade, 4 3/16 handle, axis lock, phosphor bronze washers, and thumb studs. Lockup is rock solid. Not a free dropper. Could it be? I don't know, probably. Lockup, dead rock solid. Let me take a twist out of there and see. I thought it was moving a little freer than that yesterday when I set up. Okay. Not a free dropper, but flingable. And how's the centering? We'll say it's close. The condition is like new in box. This model currently available for $200 web retail. Your price for this one, $140 like it is, $160 with my edge next day sharpening is available if it's one of the first four. That is the 535 GRY-1 Bugout in green and gray. Next up. Ooh. Oh, this just makes me smile. From Benchmade in a blue box is a mini grip. And this is sort of the the basic configuration these days, the 556 SBK-S30V. The SBK would denote a combo edge in black. And that's exactly what we got. Scales, classic Griptilian, black Noril GTX, pocket clip, Parkerized Emerson style clip with a Benchmade stamp, ambidextrous tip up. Knife operates with thumb studs. Pivot is phosphor bronze washer. There is your droppy spear combo edge blade in S30V. We don't know what the coating is. They don't tell us. Doesn't matter. Axis lock mechanism, rock solid lockup. Blade is a free swinger. And it's, well, gosh darn, it's perfectly centered. And it's like new in the box. You can buy a new one of these at your favorite Benchmade web retailer. It'll run you $110 plus tax. This one, all in, shipped priority mail, 75 big ones. 95 if you'd like it with an Apostle P edge. That is the mini grip in black with a combo edge S30V blade. Next up, oh my goodness, it's our last Benchmade. And it comes in a black box. The knife inside the box is the 430 BK-02 Redoubt. So it is the murdered Redoubt. Scaled in black grivery. There's actually 3 pieces to this scale set, not 2. You have your left, your right, and your integral backstrap, we'll call it. It's like a horseshoe-shaped piece that encapsulates both scales. Not sure why they did that. The pocket clip is a tail-mounted ambidextrous deep carry Parkerized tip-up clip, axis lock mechanism. Pivot is phosphor bronze washers. The blade is a stunning swedged drop point in CPM D2. Black Cerakote blade. The blade length is 3 7/16. The handle's 4 13/16. So the blade to handle is a little out of whack, but you got a really stunning grip. Great traction provided by that molded in checkering on the backstrap. Lockup is dead rock solid. Not quite a free dropper, but still super flingable. And blade centering on this one is dead down the middle. Like new in box, these are currently available for a web retail price of $200. This one, yours, all in, shipped priority mail for $140, $160 if you'd like it with my edge. The 430 BK-2 Redoubt, murdered from Benchmade. Next, here's a pretty cool knife. It's going to come in a Civivi pouch, but it ain't no Civivi. This is a USA-made ZT0566 Hinderer design, plus a custom scale. The original black G10 will be in the pouch, but installed is a beautiful crowned OD green canvas micarta scale. Don't know what brand, but it looks to be very well done. You do lose your 4-way clip mount with that custom scale unless you want to drill it. If you're a lefty, you can use that, or you can use it as a template to drill your micarta. Not a problem. Pocket clip, deep carry black. It is a speed-safe spring-assisted knife. Ooh, with a stunning stone-washed, swedged spear point blade and S35 VN. Serial number is, man, they made a lot of these, 18430. 3 5/16 blade length, 4 7/16 handle. It is a stainless steel frame lock with the Hinderer lock bar stabilizer. I'm going to say 37% is your lock engagement. It is rock solid. Action's very free until you hit the spring, of course. Centering's perfect. Condition on this knife will be near mint, no box, with that custom scale. So they're discontinued, not a stock for so long I can't find a pricing reference for a new knife. Sold listings on eBay range between $100 and $175, and trust me, down around that $100 range, they're well used. This one, absolutely not. And you get the custom scale. Your price $130, like it is $150 if you'd like an ApostleP Edge. Next day sharpening is available. That's the ZT0566 plus custom scale. Next up, this one kind of tricked me. It's obviously a red box Chaves, which generally denotes a lower price point Chinese-produced Chaves. You get one clip instead of two. You get S35 VN instead of M390. Not the case with this one. What is it? It's the CHVS 1003. Uh-oh. It says Chaves Protech Redoubt 229 in gray stonewashed aluminum and a stonewashed S35 VN blade. Protech? Huh. Where's my thumb stud? There isn't one, because we have that. Ow! Yes, made in America by Protech. This is a Tanto 229 automatic. 3 3/8 inches of beautifully ground and finished S35 VN. Blade length is 3 3/8. The handle is 4.5. It's a button lock automatic, and it locks up rock solidly. It centers beautifully, and it has pretty snappy Protech action. It's like new in box, and it has the right-hand tip-up Mick Jagger skull pocket clip. Like new in box, available new for $300 web retail. Your price for this one, $240 all in, shipped priority mail, $265 if you'd like it to come with my Edge. The Chaves Protech Redoubt 229 automatic. Next up, we have one from Bobby T. Comes in a Ziploc bag, no box. The Turzola ATCF Light Flipper. This appears to be made by whoever makes mass drop or drop stuff. Chinese construction. Scaled in, I don't know, is that coyote tan? G10, of course. Pocket clip. Ambidextrous tip-up deep carry with the Turzola name down the clip. I love the tail mount clips. Goes on either side. It is a stainless steel liner lock, and the liners are crowned and slightly proud of the scales. It's a ball bearing flipper. The blade is Nitro V, little drop point with a milled fuller. Nice little thumb ramp. Flipper tab does not protrude a lot when the knife is open. Pretty squared away design. Shocking, I know, from Bob Terzola. 2 15/16 is the length of your Nitro V blade. The handle length is 3 7/8. There's your engagement on your stainless steel liner lock, very early. Rock solid lockup. Very hydraulic feeling on the bearing action. The centering's perfect. I'm going to call it close. Maybe very close. Favors the top just slightly. Near mint, no box. Blade HQ has this knife on sale right now for $85 plus tax and postage, probably, since it's under $100. This one can be yours all in, shipped priority mail, $60. $80 if you'd like my edge on the Nitro V blade, and next day sharpening is available. The Terzola Tactical ATCF Light Flipper. Next up, I know I'm not a Chinese knife aficionado, and I don't keep up with the brands that pop up and disappear all the time. I don't know. This one is a brand I've never heard of. I'm going to turn my page so I can tell you about it. They spell it as Harry Carey used to say, spells it Ohlone. Alone. And the model is the Rodayo, Rodayo flipper. Very interesting. It is scaled in white satin finish G10 with some natural canvas micarta inlays and beautifully hafted. You feel no transition. The pocket clip will be milled titanium right-hand tip up. Got a little scratch in it right there by my thumb. It's a ball-bearing flipper. Nice low-profile flipper tab. Very snappy action. Bidirectional satin, vertical on the deep hollow ground primary bevels and horizontal on the flats. The blade steel is M390. The blade length is 3 3/16. And guys, that's ground skinny. I mean, that's like borderline Tom Crane skinny. Looks like about 140,000 stock. Yeah. 3 3/16 blade, 4 7/16 handle. We'll call it a titanium liner lock. Very light handle. Nice engagement, maybe 27%. Rock solid lockup. Lockup action, centering all perfect. It's got nice flipping action. We're going to say near mint, no box. Just light soiling on the white G10. You'll have that. And a little scratch in the clip. I think they sold these new for right around $200, $210, something like that. There are none available or recently sold on eBay. Let's go $125 on this knife. M390 ball bearing flipper, $125. $150 if you'd like it with my edge. That's the Ohlone Rodayo flipper. Or I don't know. Next up, here's a good looking little pocket knife. From Great Eastern Cutlery's Northfield line, the model 661225, the 66 Little Cowboy in amber worm groove India bone with satin blades. Look at that little stunner. Pinched and lined nickel silver bolsters, brass liners, corset shield, beautiful worm groove bone. This is a serpentine, opposite end jackknife, cam tangs. Main blade is that stunning little clip, cut swedge, long pull, Northfield etch. Pulls at about a 6.5. Beautiful cam tang walk and talk, which is something GEC has gotten good at the last couple of years. Secondary pen. And check it. Now these are congressing blades that ride on a common back spring. No liner in the middle. Zero rub. Super fine example. Near mint to like new in tube. These are out of stock, of course. They were built in, I don't know what month of 25. Sold listings on eBay range between 180 and 249. Let's go 150 on this one. 175 if you'd like it with an Apostle P edge. The GEC Northfield 66 Little Cowboy and Worm Groove Bone. Next up, another one from Great Eastern Cutlery, and it's another little cowboy, but this one's a titty-ute. Love the picture on that tube label. Model 661225, same as the last one, but this one is covered in ruby red Springfield bone. And you're actually going to get the little cowboy button with this one. No such levity with the Northfield knife. Much more serious than the titty-ute. And here is your titty-ute little cowboy in your ruby red Springfield bone with the big titty-ute shield. Plain nickel silver bolsters, brass liners, and one big thick back spring that runs both of these congressing opposite end jack blades. The main blade is a clip point with a nail nick and a drawn swedge that runs clear past the clip. Little cowboy etch. Cam tang knife on both ends. Pulls at, I don't know, this one might be a 7. A little stronger than the last one. Secondary blade is a pen. And again, zero rub on these congressing blades. Your closed length is 3 7/16. This one's near mint to like new in tube with button. Out of stock. Sold listings on eBay range between 149 and 230. So a little less for this titty-ute than the Northfield we just looked at. And our price will reflect that. This one's going to be 140 all in, shipped priority mail. 165, I sharpen both blades. And next day sharpening is available. The GEC titty-ute 66 Little Cowboy in ruby red Springfield bone. Next up, what a beauty we have here. From the titty-ute line of Great Eastern Cutlery, we have a number 881225 Bayou Trapper in blue Bayou Rich Light. And you get a button. What a stunner. The sow belly pattern from Great Eastern Cutlery, the 88 Bayou Trapper. Let me wipe my grubby fingerprints off this thing. Look at that. Oh. Yeah. 4 inches closed length. Plain nickel silver bolsters and end caps and the tapered gimp shield. Brass liners. Main blade, I'll call it a special clip. They give it a blade number 1, which is generally a standard clip point. It's not a muskrat. It's super cool. In 1095, drawn swedge and a nail nick. The secondary blade is a lamb foot, full length. Pull weight about an 8. On the main blade, it feels a little softer because you have a longer lever to the nail nick on the lamb foot. Superb walk and talk. Perfect blade centering. Near mint to like new in tube with button. They're out of stock, of course. They built these in 25. Sold listings on eBay in this cover material ranging between 232 and 287. Your price for this one, 185 bucks. Like it is. 210, I sharpen both blades. Next day sharpening is available. The titty-ute 88 Bayou Trapper in blue rich light from GEC. Next up, we have a stunner of a knife from the other side of Titusville. This is a Shatton Morgan Keystone Series pocket knife. Series 1 Barlow, model 042369. What a beauty. I mean, what a beauty that is. Look at that saw cut bone. Oh, beautiful chamfered bolsters with the Queen Steel engraving. So these were made 1991. 3 7/16 closed length. The main blade is the razor or the one-arm knife. The one-arm feature, frankly, doesn't work too great on these because that corner is a little rounded. Got the Shatton Morgan etch. Cut swedge, long pull. Secondary blade is a big long pen. Blades are polished. Now, the grinds from the era are a little wonky, especially out, toward the tip, but that's pretty standard Queen. But here's what I want you to pay attention to. Listen to the walk and talk. Yes, and the blade centering on both blades is kind of perfect, really, for a Queen-produced Shatton Morgan. Near mint to like new in box. There's one sold listing for this knife on eBay. That knife did $250 shipped. This one, $195 like it is, $220 with an Apostle P edge on both blades. A piece of history from Shatton Morgan and Queen. The Series 1 Barlow from 1991. Next up, another piece of history from Queen and Winchester. It's a black box Winchester 2857 teardrop jack. These were made in 1987. Knife licensed and approved by Winchester, produced at the Queen factory. Going to get a little felt pouch. And here's the knife. A stunning teardrop jack. Federal shield, nickel silver bolsters, end caps. And notice there's a little serpentine thing going on there. The covers are Winchester sourced Rogers jig bone. It's a deep red or a deep brown, almost a pick bone pattern. Beautiful. Main blade is a spear point. And the secondary is on the backside, and it's a pen. Interesting, the pull on the pen blade is a little stiffer than the main because the springs are the same width. So I'm going to say it's a 6.5 main and a 7.5 or an 8 on the secondary blade. Walk and talk are nice. Centering on both blades is off a bit. But we're going to say near mint in box. And again, 1987 production. These are not expensive. They'll sell between $40 and $80 depending on condition. This one pretty nice. Near mint. Just give the nickel silver a little polish. It'll look new. Let's do $60 shipped priority mail. $85 I sharpen both blades. The Winchester Black Box 2857 Teardrop Jack, made by Queen. Next up, a super cool knife, and it's going to come in the deeply pebbled knife ship free slip. This is from Germany. I believe from Zollingen. And this knife was produced under several different brands. Bulldog brand made some of them. I think German I brand might have made some. This is by the S&D Cutlery Company. It's the Tobacco Barlow. Super cool. Now, I don't know if these bolsters are stamped or engraved, but a lot going on. Get kind of a frag pattern flanking the tobacco script, and then you got a little rope thing going on here, double lined at the top. Federal shield, interesting. You got a stamped bolster and a shield and some pretty good looking stag. The closed length is 3.5 inches. You got a match striker nail nick on a spay main. Our best is what the etch says. Very German. The secondary blade, again, a match striker pull. Nice big pen blade. And this knife also has that oddity. The main blade pulls at about a 7.5. The secondary pulls at about an 8. And because, I don't know why, but that's the way they are. How's the centering? Pretty close on both blades. I said, oh, I don't know. The main blade's pretty far off. Favors the bottom side. But near mint, no box, with KSF slip. This knife with different brands. I couldn't find any S&D Cutlery Company versions, but I did find some Bulldogs. And those sold between $143 and $210. Let's go $120 on this one. $145 with my edge on both blades. The S&D Cutlery Company Tobacco Barlow. Next up, it's from Great Eastern Cutlery. From the Titty line, good as gold. Tractor green saw cut bone Barlow. Model 153124. It's a TC Barlow in tractor green saw cut bone. You shall get with it a button. Here's the knife. Stunning tractor green saw cut bone. Nickel silver bolsters, brass liners. Single blade sheep's foot, pinchable. There's your good as gold etch on your cut swedge long pull sheep's foot blade. Light pull on this one. We'll call it a 6. Beautiful walk and talk. Perfectly centered. Near mint to like new in tube with button. Only found one sold listing on eBay for this exact configuration of a TC Barlow. That knife did $325 shipped. I'd say that's insane. Let's go $225 on this one. $240 if you'd like it with my edge. The GEC Titty number 15 TC Barlow in tractor green. Next up, we have a very interesting knife. An SFO for the slip joint exchange. This is also a 15 TC Barlow sheep's foot, but it's got rust red saw cut bone, model 153124. You will get your SJE button, slip joint exchange, and you get this beautiful knife. Again, nickel silver bolsters, brass liners, gorgeous rust red saw cut bone, 3 7/16 inches of closed length, single sheep's foot. Now, I believe this blade was satin and it probably had an SJE etch. It's been patinaed and polished. However, I don't think it's been sharpened, and it hadn't been carried a whole lot. If it were mine, I would probably re-satin it, but you know. Or you might just patina it up and use it. The sheep's foot pulls at a 6. Beautiful walk and talk. Centering not quite perfect on this one. I think it favors the top slightly, very slightly as you're looking at it. A great user, TC Barlow. So no sold listings on eBay for this version, the slip joint exchange SFO. But as I said, I found a tractor green that did $325. But blade not quite original in finish. Let's do a little cheaper price on this one than the green one. Let's go $210 like it is. $235. I'm sorry, $225 if you'd like my edge on that blade. The 15 TC Barlow in rust red for the slip joint exchange from GEC. Next up, oh, this is a save me from myself moment. There ever was one. We got a shorty tube from the Great Eastern Cutlery Northfield Unexcelled Bullet Series. It's a model 221124 22 Magnum gunstock in the antique autumn smooth bone. And you're going to get the Northfield bullet button. And look at that little cutie. Look at that. Oh, that bone is gorgeous. That bullet shield is super cool. You got chamfered nickel silver bolsters, brass liners. It's 2 11/16 inches of closed length. And the single blade is a clip point polished with the unexcelled etch long pull cut swedge. Pulls at about a 5.5, maybe a 6. Perfect walk and talk. Perfect centering. Stunning. Near mint to like new in tube with button. They are, of course, out of stock. Sold listings on eBay in this cover, ranging between $157 and $170. I think there were 3 of them. This one can be yours all in, shipped priority mail. $135 like it is. $150 I sharpen the blade. Next day sharpening is available. The Northfield 22 Magnum gun stock from Great Eastern Cutlery. And that, my friends, will bring us to the Rob's Pick in tonight's sale. And this is pretty special. Pretty special. It's from the Northfield Unexcelled line of premium pocket knives from Great Eastern Cutlery. It is a model 488117 Diamond Jack in chestnut jigged bone. It's so special that you're going to get 2 buttons, both Diamond Jack buttons in different configurations. And then you get this stunning piece of work. Holy moly. It is the 48 Slim Trapper, Diamond Jack, SFO for Way North, Charlie Campagna. Look at the jigging on that bone. They've always done their best work for Charlie's bone. And oh my. 3 7/8 inch closed length. Double lined nickel silver bolster, plain end caps, brass liners. 1 muskrat clip blade. Look at that swedge. And then you have a very light Northfield Unexcelled Diamond Jack etch. Pull weight, a 7. Walk and talk, perfection. Centering is as well. Near mint to like new in tube with 2 buttons. They are, of course, out of stock. They were built in 17. I haven't looked. Look at that. 2017, but it has the TIW tang stamp. That's one of the very last TIW tang stamps. They said carbon after that. Stunning example. 1 sold listing on eBay. It did $383 shipped. This one can be yours. All in, shipped priority mail. $275 like it is. $290 with an TheApostleP Edge. The 48 Diamond Jack from GEC Northfield and Charlie Campagna. That's the Rob's Pick. Next up, another stunner. An absolute stunner. From the Titty line of Great Eastern Cutlery. I have it upside down. That's because the tube is upside down. Model 852118. The bullet end jack in smooth rotten banana bone. Yes. Check it. Oh. Yes. It's like a spalted bone with a yellow dye. Look at that. Oh. Plain nickel silver bolsters and end caps. Nickel silver banana shield. brass liners, single spear point blade, titty style, full flat ground satin, little drawn swedge and a nail neck. Little hydraulic on the walk and talk, but near mint to like new in tube, out of stock. These knives are crazy on eBay. Sold listings between $359 and $704. This one we shall offer you at $285 like it is, $300 with my edge on that spear point blade. The GEC Titty 85 bullet and jack rotten banana. Next up, a super cool little fixed blade from Hogue coming at you. Comes in the big box. The model is the 35869 X-Track fixed blade in CPM M4 and black G10. So here you go. It comes with this molded polymer. I'm going to call that a pocket sheath or a kitchen drawer sheath. I guess you could neck it. Yeah, you could definitely neck it. It's got a snap to it because of these two cantilevered mechanisms. Nice little thumb brake. Yeah, you could neck that all day. But you're also going to get a folded Kydex sheath with an ulti-clip, which also works beautifully. Zero rattle. Well, here's the knife. We'll call that a harpoon clip point, won't we? In CPM M4, looks to be about 90 thousandths stock, super thin, full flat ground. That thing should cut. It's black Cerakote, they say. The scales are coarse black G10, very thin. So certainly not carry, but look at that full handle, right? 3 1/8 blade, 4 5/16 handle, near mint in box. They sell these new for $180 web retail. Let's go $125 on this one, $150 if you'd like it with my edge. And I don't think that you get this sheath if you buy them new. I don't know. Next up, is this our lone Spyderco in the sale? I believe it is. And kind of a cool one in my favorite box ever. The knife in the box is the Rock Jumper plain edge. Pretty cool blade. The handle's kind of stretchy, I guess. Volcano grip black FRN. 4-way pocket clip in black. The blade, a stunning Warncliffe in VG10. Mid-lock design. Rock solid lockup. Phosphor bronze washers, nice and free. Centering, about bang on perfect. And I believe this one's been, I don't know, might have been sharpened. Yeah, it's got a polished edge, and guess what? I'm not going to give you a sharpened price because it's sticky sharp. 3 1/16 blade, 4 7/16 handle. Nice. They sell these brand new still. Buy a new one for $95 plus tax and postage, or buy this one with a much better than factory edge. $70 shipped priority mail, no need to sharpen. Spyderco Rock Jumper. Well, that, my friends, will bring us to the last item in tonight's sale. I teased you with this one yesterday. It's from Worksharp. And the knife inside the box is the WSFK 01-202. It's the RMX black handle drop point and a bead blasted blade. An M390. Such a cool knife. So not only do you get a knife, but you get this little packet of hardware and a tool in the box to swap it out. You see that big spring in there? What that spring does is it takes this button lock flinger and it makes it into a button lock automatic. Yeah, so check it out. The handle is black black finished magnesium, and it's integral. The pocket clip is deep carry, tip up, ambidextrous with fill tab. The blade is M390, 3 1/4 inches long, 4 5/16 handle. Rock solid lockup, forward finger choil, beautiful in the hand. I got to get my eraser out. I got one little snail trail there I got to touch up for you guys, which I'll do. And here's the thing about these knives. Work Sharp, of course, puts a superb edge. It's like a convex polished edge. It's well done. I'm going to give you a sharpened price, but don't use it. So pricing for this knife is hard to find because they drop them and they're gone. Somewhere around $140. They're not in stock now in this configuration. Mechanics are perfect, except for the centering, which is a little off. We're going to do 115 on this knife. 140 if you like it with my edge, but again, don't take that deal. That is the Work Sharp RMX with the brass anodized bits. Near mint, in box. 115 like it is. And that, my friends, will bring us to the end of another weekly knife sale on the Apostle P channel. I hope you enjoyed it. I sure did. So grace to you and peace, my friends, from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. Remember, the word is sharp. Now commence to click it. Talk to you soon.